Well, I think midfield is a priority for Manchester United. I still definitely do think we need a left back to replace Luke Shaw. Now, yesterday I looked at five potential options that Manchester United could go at to sign at left back. Now, in this video, I want to have a deeper and delve into Lewis Hall and talk about him potentially coming into Manchester United as well. So don't forget, drop a like, comment, subscribe. I mean, there's not me too much news around the Manchester United. But yeah, tonight 9 p.m. I do plan to go live, so we'll have some sort of live, probably for an hour, talking about Manchester United and potentially the rest of the season, transfers, all of that stuff. I want to get back into that, so we'll probably do that at some point. But yeah, let's talk about Lewis Hall first. So Lewis Hall has been linked with a move to Manchester United, and listen, I think Lewis Hall is a very very good left back. I watched him yesterday against Manchester City and he was absolutely brilliant. He's 22 years of age. He's a fantastic player and someone who listeners had. He had a tough start. He come through at Chelsea, didn't really manage to get into the or break through into the first team. Had a few moments, and then went to Newcastle where he's done fantastically well. And this season's been fantastic for him. People are talking about him being England's starting left back. Yeah, I just think he's a very, very good player. Sorry, he's 21, and I think he's someone who, as a replacement to Luke Shaw, there's no sort of better profile. I think he's got everything that you want as a left back. He's got Premier League experience, which is vital, especially for a left back. And I think he's someone who's gonna move from Newcastle, whether that is to a Man City, to an Arsenal, to a Liverpool. Potentially Manchester United would be one of the best left backs in the world, in my opinion. Now, this is not disrespect to Newcastle, but I think he's one of those players, like Livramento as well, that will just leave and go to a bigger club. Not saying that Newcastle aren't a bigger club. Now, in terms of contract, obviously that's going to be something that United look at. He has a contract until 2029, so listen, he's still got a few years left on his deal. That will probably make it difficult to do with any sort of deal. I think it's a difficult deal anyway, dealing with Newcastle. You don't really see them sell players, and if they do, you look at the Isak saga. It's going to take a very, very long time, and a lot of their players have been linked with a move away. Guimaraes, Tonali, Lewis Hall, Livramento. So yeah, they could be losing a lot of players depending on how their season goes. I think Lewis Hall, let's talk about his qualities. He's very good on the ball, which is something that's very good. I think he got cooked a bit yesterday from Savinho, but Savinho was just having a fantastic game. He's very, very strong defensively, and again, has got a decent shot on him. I think he's someone who is a modern day left back, which again is something that's vital. And yeah, I think he's someone who would cherish that role. Now, again, we've been linked to sort of a lot of other left backs. We've been linked to players like Balde, Juve, Theo Hernandez. Like, there are a lot of left backs out there. Now, this is what I would say about Lewis Hall. He is highly technical. He's versatile. Again, he can play left back, left wing back. He even played at right back yesterday. I think he's a very good ball carrier, which is something that Luke Shaw is good at. I remember that goal he scored against Man City in 2021, 2-0, where he carried the ball massively. I don't think his body can handle it anymore, and I just don't think that's something that we've seen of Luke Shaw of late. I think his positioning is very, very good. You look at sort of most fullbacks these days. Dalot is the one that we look at as the example. Or Wan-Bissaka, like at the back post at times, they are a bit lackluster and a bit poor in decision making, but he's very good at doing that. I think defending strong in one-on-one situations. He utilises quick footwork and non-aggressive positioning to regain possession, and that's something that he did yesterday. He won quite a bit of possession high up in the game. His movement, again, he can link up effectively in the final third, which is something that you need from a left back. In terms of the way in which Manchester United want to play, whether that is whatever formation it is, just say it's a 4-3-3. In possession, you want your left back bombing forward, and especially in this Carrick system that we see, and obviously depending on whether Carrick is the future manager or not, your fullback does need to be high and wide, and I think we've seen Dalot tuck into the free, and I think Lewis Hall would suit that role, going on the overlap, putting crosses into the box. He's got a good pass on him as well, which is good set piece rate, agility is very, very good, and obviously something that's the standard is his work rate. Somebody works tremendously hard to win the ball back whenever he does lose it. And in the defensive work rate, he's very, very good. He's played in the Champions League before, and again, he has an impact on that team. Now, obviously, some downsides. He's still relatively inexperienced. in terms of still only being young, and he will probably make mistakes, but he's someone who has got that talent and that ability for me to go on and be a top level left back. And yeah, we will have to wait and see what happens on him. I think he will definitely leave Newcastle. He's had a great season. Could he potentially go back to Chelsea? I don't know, but there definitely will be a lot of clubs interested in signing Lewis Hall as a left back. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Would you want to bring him in as a potential option to replace Luke Shaw? I think he's someone who has a lot of good traits, a lot of good qualities, and I certainly wouldn't mind seeing him in a Manchester United shirt going forward. But as I said, you can let me know your thoughts. As left backs go, there's not many better out there in the Premier League this season. I think him, Nico O'Reilly, I think Aït-Nouri's actually been pretty good when he's played at left back as well. But for me, Lewis Hall has been up there. Every time I've watched him, he's been fantastic. He's had good games against United, a good game against City. And yeah, I think he is a real talent. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. He would probably cost you, 50 million they're probably going to want for him. I think he's probably worth about 40 million right now, but Newcastle, it's going to be very difficult to deal with them and to get any sort of fairness on the deal. But yeah, let me know.